Hey, assistant coach, how are you guys doing? It is me, CaniSports, and welcome on today's second episode. Thank you guys so much for the amazing support on today's first video. And now we are in the next episode of the Liverpool Career Mode. In the last one, I've asked you assistant coaches, who is your favorite player from the so-called reserves team? And assistant coaches, since this is a double upload weekend, I couldn't really see the results, but I'm expecting most of you guys have probably voted for Angel Correa. Angel Correa has just been amazing as the reserves team striker, and he also has been amazing as a substitute. And as I told you guys in the last episode, Benfica has made it into the next round, and Barcelona have done the same, so we have to get past Olympique Marseille. After that first victory against them, I was kind of chilled. I knew, okay, I have a big advantage, but I still knew everything can happen in a football match. So let's just see. Let's take a look at their starting lineup. They have Batshuayi up front, who is a great striker, by the way. Assistant coaches, try him out if you haven't already. I played him in the demo many times, and Batshuayi was just insane. And we obviously have the reserves team playing against Olympique Marseille. They have done a great job in the first match. They have really exceeded my expectations. I was hoping for at least a draw or maybe a 1-0 win against Olympique Marseille, but I just forgot how good this team really is and how many good players we have even in the reserves team. Players like Henderson, Milner, Vito Andrade, Ginta, Riedewald, all of those amazing players. And on top of that, Bruma, who just destroyed the defense of Olympique Marseille. And he has just scored the goal to get us into the next round of the Champions League. What a goal that was from the youngster, cutting in from the right hand side with the Berba spin, gets past the defender in style and scores it in the end. But Olympique Marseille in the 83rd minute, they have gotten a free kick, and let's just see what they can do with that one. Obviously the scoreline is in favor of Liverpool, but I would just love to keep the clean sheet and get another victory. But here you can see it was a big chance for them and it landed on the post. But luckily it didn't go in, and here we are with the last chance of the match with Vito Andrade, I believe. But that is a victory against Olympique Marseille in the quarterfinal of the Champions League. And we have now made it into the Champions League semi-final. What an amazing season this has been so far. A lot of drama. We have gotten into the first position of the BPL. We lost it, we got it back, and now we are on the same points as Chelsea. And talking about Chelsea, I have to play against them in this episode. The next match is up against them, and it is the FA Cup semi-final. So another chance for our team to get closer to a trophy. And in the Champions League, we have gotten so freaking lucky because I've gotten myself Benfica as my opponent. And that is just insane because Barcelona and Bayern Munich were waiting for us, and they are just thinking, holy crap, we both could have gotten ourselves easy opponents like Liverpool or Benfica, but it didn't happen. It's the giants against the giants, and it's the small club against the small club. But at first we had to play against Chelsea, and this game was really important because in the FA Cup, if we do beat them, if we do kick them out of the FA Cup, their morale will go down. And that maybe, just maybe, might lead them to have really bad performances in the BPL as well. And that could get us an advantage. Let's just see what happens. Chelsea is coming up with this lineup. Remy in the starting lineup, which is surprising me because they definitely do have better strikers like Diego Costa. But here we are with Eriksen on the first attack, passing it. But then Daniel Sturridge gets to the header, and that one is just not good enough. In the 20th minute, that was our first chance. Cuadrado now with the slide tackle. Remy is going through. He's one-on-one against the keeper. And what a chance that was. How can you miss that? Terrible defending once again on my part. I'm sorry, assistant coaches. I just rush out my defenders way too often. And what a save that was from Courtois or Begovic, whoever is in goal for Chelsea. Boys, that was a sick shot from Royce, but it didn't go in. And here's a corner kick that lands at the feet of Markovic. He decides to pass it over to Eriksen again. Eriksen He's trying his best against Courtois, but that finesse shot is not going in. We just have to get closer to Courtois and just take it past him or something like that in order to be able to score against him, because he's an insane player. And talking about insane, what a shot that was. At the start of this match, I just said they have many better strikers than Remy, but then he comes up with this shot. Really good build-up play. Once again, really bad defending on my part. And maybe Leno could have saved it. I don't know. That was a bit too powerful, I think, to get to it. And now I had to make some changes. James Milner, Angel Correa and Divock Origi were coming into this match. And my only hope was Angel Correa, who has saved me many times. So let's see. No, let's just not see. We have lost in the FA Cup semi-final. One match before getting into the final. I've lost it against Chelsea, who are also my big opponents in the BPL. I can't believe this. How have they been able to be so bad at the start of the season, in the BPL especially? So bad. They have lost 4 games in a row or something like that. And now they are just destroying us in all these competitions. They are making me nervous in the BPL. And that is really bad, because if I'm nervous, I will not be playing too well. But finally, a good message that gets the strength back into the team. Maximovic is back from his injury, and I will need him for the upcoming matches, because Liverpool is on 66 points, Chelsea on 66. They have only 1 goal less than us in the goal difference, and Maximovic is that guy in the defense to just hold on to a clean sheet together with players like Leno and Boateng. And our next opponent is Southampton. After that, I have to play against Benfica. So I had to play my reserves team against Southampton, because 4 days later, Benfica, that is the big match for me. Now that I'm out of the FA Cup, I'm fully concentrating on the BPL and of course the Champions League, which is probably the most important thing for myself this season. There will not be a triple this season, but maybe a double is enough. The BPL and the Champions League title, I'll take that over anything. Who cares about the FA Cup and the Capital One Cup if you can win those 2 trophies? And don't get me wrong, we have been playing really well in the Champions League, but we have gotten pretty easy opponents, so we should not be flying high about the performances of our team so far. We should know that we have to still play against one of the biggest clubs in the final, which is going to be Bayern Munich or Barcelona. Right now in real life, Bayern Munich is the team that everyone is fearing. They have gotten past Arsenal with a 5-1 victory. Arsenal is not a team that you just smash like that. And now we are trying our best to get ready for the Champions League battle with Markovic on the ball. Now passing it to Henderson, who then scores it in the 44th minute. And there we go. We need this motivation after that really bad performance against Chelsea. And here we are with good build-up play and a decent shot from Henderson. But that pass from James Milner with the outside of the foot, it was just amazing. But I also don't want to take anything away from that finish of Henderson. And we are in the 57th minute as we are making a mistake in the defense. But luckily, Gaston Ramirez is not able to hit the target properly. And Southampton is probably a really pissed team, because we have gotten a lot of their good players like Lallana, and especially their best player, Dejan Lovren, man. They are probably crying after him all the time. How could they sell him for that amount of money? They should have asked for 60 million. For the record, I'm just kidding, boys. No worries. Dejan Lovren is probably not a player that Southampton is crying after. But this is the end of the match. We have gotten a victory against Southampton. Really good result for ourselves, because it was an away match and we were under a lot of pressure. Chelsea is chasing us with all of their power, and we just need to get victory after victory after victory. And that is just so important for this club right now, because Chelsea is not giving up. You can just see they are on 69 points, we are on 69 points. And no, I'm not making a joke about the 69 right now. Arsenal is on 64 points. 4 games before the end of the season, they still do have a chance to get up there if we do both mess it up. But Benfica is our opponent in the next episode. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it, and I also want to ask you guys, how the hell do I get my strikers to score again? Because Daniel Sturridge and Lewandowski have not scored in like a lifetime. I feel like these guys have not been able to score in a long time. And Lewandowski, man, he has an amazing record. He has scored 20 goals and 7 assists in 37 games. But I feel like he hasn't scored in 10 games or 15 games lately. So please, assistant coaches, this is your job. Let me know in the comments down below how I can improve that. I need these players to score again. They have been so amazing throughout the season, and now they are just so bad. It's only Angel Correa scoring all the time when I need it, or players like Christian Eriksen who are stepping up to make up for the lack of goals from the strikers. Let me know in the comments down below. I desperately need some help. Have you noticed any changes in my starting lineup, like putting my strikers into different positions? Can I just redo that, and maybe then the strikers will be performing well again? I just don't know. I need your help, assistant coaches. Let me know in the comments down below. Have a nice day and enjoy the player of the episode, Jordan Henderson.